Don't worry about camera focusing tonight.
Yeah, I know.
You ready? Yeah. Because we lost the audio. Welcome one, welcome all to Harvest Christian Academy, the Mitchell Swaback Athletic Center in beautiful Elgin, Illinois. Joe Pitt alongside you for the call. John Mickle, my partner in crime as always. How you doing tonight, John?
I'm doing great. How are you tonight, Joe?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. What was that, John?
How are you tonight, Joe? I'm doing great.
Doing great tonight. We got Luther North Wildcats in the house tonight. They hit the floor in their short sleeve navy blue jerseys, white striping, yellow numbers. And of course, your Lady Lions in their long sleeve navy blue jerseys, white striping and white numbers. Your starters for the Harvest Lady Lions: number 2, Jordan Solers; number 4, Shayna Manusos; number 5, Caitlin Floyd; number 7, Ellie Burzloff; number 10, Sydney Doby; and number 11, Chloe Corbett. And as checking out is going to be number 13, Erica Manusos. Checking in, Jade Martinez, libero for tonight. White jersey, blue numbers, and number 1 for Luther North, wearing that bright yellow jersey. John, what are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm looking forward to a very quick pace, well-played game tonight for the Luther North Wildcats and the Harvest Lady Lions.
We're coming to you from beautiful Elgin, Illinois in the Mitchell Swaback Athletic Center. Running left to right as your radio dial runs. Luther North on your left, Harvest on your right. As getting underway, here we go. Lady Lions in control, going up is Sydney Doby over the libero, number 1 for Luther North. Gets that, pushing it down. Number 10, Sydney Doby, point Lions. 1-0, just like that, John.
Perfect way to begin a game. Sydney Doby with a perfect block.
Quick little roof by Sydney Doby, and the Lions are up 1-0. Back to serve is Caitlin Floyd. She'll stand serve over. Returning that one, Saunders. The libero sending it over. Here come the Lions. Floyd, Doby, over. Net violation's going to be called against the Lady Lions. Oh, no. Sorry, that was against Luther North. 2-0. Sorry, I got pulled in by that one.
Floyd, 3 points.
Floyd back to serve again. 2-0 Lions. Ace is misplaying. It was number 3, Rachel Saunders. Floyd gets the ace. First one of the match. 3-0 Harvest. Quick 3 points here, John, as Floyd stand serves over. Saunders misplays it again to the wall behind her. Point Lions 4-0, just like that, John.
This is exactly what I saw in the JV game today. Our girls play fantastically, but also the Wildcats did not play well at all.
Another roof by Sydney Doby, 5-0.
Destructing her, dude.
Sydney Doby waving it off like it ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing but chicken wing.
I can put up gutters, so if you need a roof, give me a call. Floyd serves again. Misplaying it out of bounds was number 9, Christina Jackson. Point Lions, 6-0. Just like that.
Looks like tonight's going to be a quick night here, Joe.
This is our first time at home since last week, Tuesday. Floyd serves again. Jackson plays it behind her again and out of bounds. Point Lions, 7-0. Set 1 here. The Mitch, as they like to call it. Is that correct? It's the Mitch?
That is correct.
Floyd on a run as she stands serves in the back. Misplaying it again is Saunders. 8-0, and there's our first timeout taken by Luther North.
Oh, my land.
This timeout's going to be brought to you by the Harvest Christian Academy Concession Stand and Spirit Store. I'm rocking a brand new cap, John. What do you think?
I like it, but I wish I could wear it. I look awful on it.
These caps are for sale, as along with T-shirts and plenty of other Spirit merch, sweatshirts and jackets, all available at the Spirit Store down in our lobby at the home games for the Harvest Christian Academy Lions.
And I've also been requested to give a shout-out to Paige Abaticola, the daughter of our executive director here at Harvest.
Now, John, if you are the coach of Luther North, what are you saying in this timeout?
I don't even know what I would say. It was just kind of immediate that they just fell behind and just lost grip, lost momentum. I don't think they're going to gain it back here, Joe.
Back to serve again is Caitlin Floyd. She stands serves over. Saunders returns it, sending it over to Sobecki. Pushing it over is going to be number 8, Bromley from the Lions. From the Wildcats, back from the Lions. Joining play in action. Dumping it over is going to be number 8, Bromley. Here comes Harvest. Going tall is going to be Chloe Corbett. Sends it over and playing it out of bounds is the libero, number 1 for the Wildcats. Point Lions, 9-0. The freeze didn't work here, John.
Not at all. Caitlin Floyd is still on that 9-point streak of killing.
Still on that roll. She serves again. The libero, number 1, keeps it in place, dumping it over with Sobecki. Here comes Harvest. Pushing it over is Jade Martinez. Over, down. Was it in? It was out just barely. Just barely over the line. Point Luther, 9-1. Wildcats back to serve. Claire Bromley is going to get the call. She stands, serves over. Martinez returns to Floyd. Going up is Dobie. Nope. Martinez plays it from behind her. Sobecki keeps it in play for Luther North. Pushing it over is Jackson. Just clears the net. Playing it off her hands behind her is number 2, Jordan Solers, who says, that one's on me, girls. 9-2 Harvest still in control. Set 1 here. The Harvest Christian Academy, Mitchell Swaback Athletic Center in beautiful, sunny, warm Illinois. Serving is Bromley. Martinez returns, tipping it over is number 5, Caitlin Floyd. It falls to the floor, middle court, nobody home. Point Lions, 10-2 your score. Lions in control once again. Back to serve is Chloe Corbett. She will stand serve over. The libero returns it to Sobecki, to Jackson. Over, down, but out of bounds. Oh, no, it was in. No, it's out. My bad. My bad. Out of bounds, Point Lions, 11-2. I should get some glasses, John.
I think you need some, magnifying glasses.
Chloe Corbett back to serve again. She will walk serve this time. Returning it on is Saunders to Sobecki. The libero is going to push it over. Able to get there in time was Corbett. Pushing it over to Solers. Here comes the Wildcats. Going up is going to be number 9, Christina Jackson. Over, blocked at the net was Jordan Solers. Point Luther North, mighty block. 11-3 Lions in control. Set 1 here. Back to serve is their libero. She'll slam serve it over. Off her hands behind her. Erica Manusos didn't quite know what to do with that one. Point Luther North, 11-3 your score. Luther North serves. Manusos to Floyd, pushing it over to Manusos. Dumps it over to the middle court. Nobody home. Point Lions, 12-4. The Invisible Woman once again showing she's the worst teammate in the world. Sydney Dobie back to serve. She had a lot of trouble last Tuesday, the last time I saw her serving.
She did. She was just off. She kind of had a...
Let's see how she does here. She jump serves over. Turn that one to the Wildcats. Pushing it over is going to be number 8, number 9, Jackson. She pushes it into the net. Point Lions, 13-4. Lions making quick work here tonight. Sydney Dobie back to serve. Stand serves over. Boom, ace! Rushing forward to get that one was Rachel Saunders. Couldn't get there in time. Ace Sydney Dobie, 14-4, 10-point lead Lions.
I believe that's the first ace of this game.
Nope, that's like the third. Sydney Dobie serves again, ace! She serves it to the back row. Claire Bromley couldn't get there in time. Second ace of the match for Sydney Dobie, 15-4, set 1. Lady Lions in control as Sydney Dobie will toss tall, jump equally so to get it. That time, Bromley gets it. Lions, Solers sends it over to Manusos, over. Able to get there in time was Bromley. Pushing it over to the Wildcats. Out the back of the court, though. A little too much oomph on that one. Point Harvest, 16-4. 12-point lead Harvest Christian Academy. Sydney Dobie on a tear. Here comes the jump serve. And ace! Miscommunication between the libero and number 8, Claire Bromley. Third ace for Sydney Dobie, 17-4. Harvest in clear control here, John.
Very clear control. They just have a grip on this game, and with Sydney Dobie with those aces, there's nothing stopping them.
Let's see what Sydney Dobie does here. She tosses tall, jumps equally so to serve it. Getting there in time was the Wildcats. Just barely, but pushing it just over the top. It was number 13, Erica Manusos. Point Lions, 14-point lead, Harvest Christian Academy. Lions are on fire as Dobie serves. Wildcats return. Here they come. Pushing it over is going to be Jackson. Jade Martinez got it to Floyd. Over to Sollers. Over, down, out of bounds. The near side of the court. Point Luther North, 18-5. I hate to say it, John, but the damage is almost already done.
We are 2 points down from that 20-point benchmark. I don't think they're coming back.
Jackson back to serve. She serves over. Will it make it? Just barely. Keeping it alive was Cotton. Pushing it through was Dobie. Dumping it back as a double hit is called against Luther North. 19-5. Wow, this is going really fast, John.
Really, really fast.
Don't touch that dial, though. Jordan Sollers jump serves.
Oh,
the libero returning it, pushing it over was Sarah Cott. Miscommunication between number 5, Jen Kurtz, and their Wildcats libero. Point Lions, and there's that 20-point benchmark, John. 20-5, 15-point Harvest. Sollers serves. The libero returns it. Going out of bounds play. That one was Saunders. The libero gets it over for Luther North. Martinez sending it over to Burzloff, who dumps it over. Here come the Wildcats. Jackson goes up, pushes it out the back of the court. 21-5. Harvest Christian Academy Lions got a stranglehold on set 1 here, John.
Oh, my gosh. They just have this in their hands, and they are not going to let go.
Sollers. Dan serves. Ace! Donut in the middle of the court. No one home. 22-5.
I've always found it funny when Jordan puts that light touch on it. She just always ends up getting those aces. Then when she has a power serve like that.
That one is a power serve. Jackson sends it over to Sobecki. Here comes Harvest. Sollers to Manusos. Over. Down! Kill Sollers. Nailing it to the floor. Set point on the table for Harvest. Right? No? Oh, that was wrong. It's 23. No, it's not set point. 23-5. We got one more. I got excited. Sollers serves, but there's the set point. Misplayed off the hands of Jen Kurtz. Almost hit us up here, John.
That was flying right at us.
Woo, set point.
There's a poor old woman sitting there right behind the grade. The grade just barely blocked her from that bullet.
Set point. Lions. Sollers serves. The Wildcats pushing it back. Martinez to Sollers. Manusos goes up, over. Keeping it in play of the Wildcats. Sobecki to Jackson. Blocked at the net and falls down. Point Lions. 25-5. Set 1 goes to Harvest. 25-5. Wow. John. That was a fast set.
Stephen, do we have a time on how long that match was?
Stephen, our producer, didn't even have time to get the stopwatch started before it was already done. Set 1 goes to the Lions, 25-5. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back here with IHSA.TV's coverage of Varsity Girls Volleyball.
because I have like one hand. I have like one hand.
Welcome back to IHSA.TV's coverage, girls varsity volleyball, state of Illinois. We are at the Mitchell Swaback Athletic Center here in beautiful Elgin, Illinois, where the Harvest Christian Academy Lions took set 1 from Luther North 25-5. Teams have switched sides for set 2, Harvest on your left, Luther on your right, and I am going to turn the play-by-play over to my good partner in crime, John Mickle.
Thank you, sir. I'm very excited to be doing this today.
All right. Well, John, here's hoping it's just as good as the first set. That first set was all Harvest. It was surgical. It was methodical. It was brutal.
It was absolutely a fantastic effort by the Harvest Christian Academy Lions. They played masterfully, leading them by 20 points.
Caitlin Floyd and Sydney Doby leading the way.
Sarah Cott off to serve, just barely getting over to the net to number 3, Rachel Saunders. Sarah Cott over the net to number 13, Ayo Schumacher, not able to get there in time. Point Lions while Sarah Cott is back to serve.
With that archer's aim, man.
She's got that thing down packed. Number 1.
The libero. It's not on her. We didn't get a libero.
Sorry, I'm still trying to work on these names.
It's all right. 4 hits called on Luther North. 2-0.
Sarah Cott back to serve. Get an okay from the officials. Number 3, Rachel Saunders over to Jessica Sadesky. Number 8, Claire Bromley did not able to get there in time. Another
Sydney
point
Doby
for the
with the block, man.
She's got that roof up there. That is just indestructible. It's like made of titanium.
That's her third roof of this match.
Sarah Cott to serve. Over to Rachel Saunders. Sadecki over to Martinez. Solers bumps it up to Ellie Burzloff, who just gets it in that back right corner as the Harvest Lions take the point, making the score 4-0.
Cross court from one corner to the other, and it was just in the pocket. If this was a game of pool, that would have been in, no doubt.
Ellie Burzloff is one of our fantastic players, even being a freshman as she is. She's the only freshman on our varsity team. Sarah Cott to serve to Saunders. A libero over to Jessica Sadesky. Solers, Corbett spikes it in, blocked down to Sydney Doby. Solers over the net, and our Luther North libero tapping it out. Point for the Lions, making the score 5-0.
5-0, John. Lions picking up right where they left off. That methodical, surgical aim is back, and Sarah Cott, she looks like she's taking aim with her serve.
It's awesome. I've always found it so interesting how she does it. I don't think I've ever seen a serve like that. Sadecki over to Bromley, who hits it down on the Lions.
Tool block.
Yeah, the tool block fails, getting the point for
No, that is a tool block, and we're going to call it a socket wrench. 3/4 inch socket wrench block.
All right.
Because it's a tool block. Get it, John?
Yeah.
An ace for Luther North.
Sorry, I didn't play the play. You're making me laugh too hard.
It's okay. I'm sorry. I won't make you laugh anymore, John.
Sabecki back to serve, getting the okay from the officials. Chop skip serves over to Solers. Caitlin Flood over to Sydney Doby, who smashes it in to the wall, leaving the point for the Wildcats.
That was a big enough wall. I'm tempted to call Ronald Reagan to say, tear down this wall. See, you wouldn't get that. You're too young to get that reference.
I'm thinking it's the Berlin Wall.
Oh, he got it. Berlin Wall reference.
I'm not as stupid as you think I am, Joe. Sydney Doby down over to Sabecki. Sabecki over the net. Miscommunication between Salas and Martinez goes for it, but fails to get there in time. Point, Wildcats.
If I'm Coach Floyd, I'm thinking it's almost timeout time, just because her team's losing their composure. They got a little overconfident.
Sabecki over to serve. Getting it way out of bounds. Giving the point to the Lions.
Don't want to give away those easy points, John. Service errors come back to bite you quick.
Caitlin Floyd up to serve. And okay from the officials. Gives her a stand serve right over. Number 3, Rachel Saunders hits it out. Giving the point to the Lions.
And it seems like Saunders is one of the weak spots the Lions are targeting here. A lot of serves are going off her hands the wrong direction. Like there again. Saunders again. Misplaying it, John.
It's just like she has like arms of grease. They just slide right off. Caitlin Floyd back to serve. She stances over. Back to Saunders again. Giving it to number 12. Jordan Saunders with the bullet spike. That just sounded brilliant. I love that sound. Point for the Lions, making the score 9-4. Caitlin Floyd back to serve. Back to Saunders. Jackson over to Corbett. Floyd over to the libero on the other team. Sebecki over to Solers. Floyd over to Joby, who lightly taps it over. And I think a net violation on number 3 for
Luther North.
Point to Lions, making the score 10-4. 5-point serving streak for Caitlin Floyd. Saunders over to Sadecki. Ariel Schumacher hits it over to Caitlin Floyd, who bumps it out of bounds. Point Luther North, making the score 10-6.
Well, the good news if you're Luther North is you've already hit your points from last set. So you got that. That's positive.
They're actually coming back this time. They got that 5 points back, giving it much better chance that they can come back. Solers.
Little too much on that one, John.
Very close. I almost saw her hand graze that ball as it went out of bounds. Number 8, Claire Bromley up to serve. She serves over. Back to Shayna Manusos, who gives it to Caitlin Floyd. As Sydney Doby lightly taps it in the middle where the invisible woman never gets to play. Point Harvest Lions making the score 11-6. Chloe Corbett to serve.
Martinez checks out and Erica Manusos is checking in.
Corbett over to the libero.
Wow. She tried to return it.
Didn't work out well.
But you can't play it to the opposing team's bench. They're out of bounds, John.
They can't play. That's why they're sitting down.
Corbett with her first ace of the set.
Number 8, Claire Bromley gets the point out of bounds for the Harvest Lions. Chloe Corbett back to serve. Straight over to the libero. Sadecki over to Saunders. Chloe back up to Manusos, who gets it over to the libero. Sadecki over to Schumacher. And right over to Solers. Sydney Doby takes the block. Gets freaked out when the girl tries to put it back into the net. Put for the Harvest Lions.
5th block of the match for Sydney Doby.
It's just a tower. Chloe Corbett back to serve. Saunders over libero. Manusos over to Solers.
Nice.
As Chloe gets it right back in.
Oh.
And right back out. I'm looking down there. And I see the expression on her face. She's like,
Floyd went out of bounds to get that one, and she just kept it alive.
She did them a whole lot of good.
She did her part. You could see it on Corbett's face. She felt bad.
Number 1 libero serves it into the nets. I really wish I had her name.
You can't do that. You can't serve to the net, John.
Serving to the net is against the rules.
15-7, Lions in control of set 2.
Sydney Doby up to serve. Scores 15-7, Harvest Lion in the lead. A jump serve with great power.
Ace.
Ace on Claire Bromley, who fails to return it to any of her other players. Score 16-7.
That's Doby's 5th ace.
She's having 5ths of everything today. Throw up with a jump high to match it. Number 8, Bromley over to Saunders. Over to Christina Jackson. Caught over to Solers. Takes it right down to the libero. Jackson over to... wow.
She went out of bounds to catch that, and Jackson knew it wasn't going to make it, so she just caught it.
She seemed to know what she was doing. Sydney Dobie up for the serve. The throw up with the jump, equally how to match it. Down on Saunders, giving it to Caitlin Floyd. Saunders over to Cott, who lightly taps it over right into the other court.
Just gets it over the block at the net and just sort of rainbow arcs over and down.
Rainbow arc. Scores 18-7. Sydney Dobie with the serve.
She's on a tear right now.
Straight back to Bromley. Number 9, Jackson. Saunders in the air to Martinez, who gets it over to the other side.
Way to go.
Saunders to Manusos to Floyd. Swaback to Jackson. Over to Martinez. Floyd up to Saunders, who spikes it down, getting the point for the Harvest
through
Lions.
that block.
Right through it. No chance. As I called her before, she's that candidate, and we are now 1 point under that 20-point benchmark.
John, the Lions have tightened it down since the start of the match. They're starting to get a little bit more methodical again. They got sloppy they took that early lead, let the Luther Wildcats get back in, but since then, nope, it's been all Harvest.
Not a chance. Sending it over with a jump serve. Sadecki over to the libero. Jade Martinez, gets it. Jade Martinez, Erica Manusos, through the net to Sarah Cott, back through the net, getting it out.
You know, even with the mistakes like that Harvest makes, you can see the girls, they're all smiles, and that is the best kind of motivator. When you're having fun.
You know exactly what they're doing. Number 9, Christina Jackson, serving it into her own court, not able to reach it over the net.
And there it is, John, 20-8. Set 2.
And our cannon, Jordan Solers, senior at Harvest Christian Academy, ready to get her serve on.
I might get home in time to see the nightly news.
Libero over to Sadecki. Solers right over to Jackson. Ali Burzloff chips it down, giving the point to the Harvest Lions. We have the score 21-8.
21-8, set 2. Lions looking to close out here, John.
To me, it also looks like the Luther North Wildcats aren't really looking to win anymore. I think they're just looking to survive as long as they can. Number 9, Jackson to number 11, Olivia Lewis. Jay Martinez over to Solers. Back to Sarah Cott. Jessica Sadecki goes for it. Doesn't get there in time. Jordan Solers back to serve, number 2. With a high jump serve. Straight netting territory into the net. They make it over. Jordan Solers over to Erica Manusos, who taps it in the middle, giving the points to the Harvest Lions.
Luther North kept it alive. The official from where we're at blocked the view. We thought it hit the floor. Looks like they pancaked it and kept it alive enough to get it over. But the point was moot as Manusos went ahead and just nailed it to the floor. 23-8, John.
Jordan Solers with a huge jump serve. Ace by Jordan Solers. Scores now 24-8. Harvest Christian Academy.
Her 5th ace of the match. Set match point, John. We're going to get home in time to see the nightly news.
I love that nightly news. Jordan Solers straight down to number 7. Alyssa Diaz. Jay Martinez over to Jordan Solers. Right to the back corner, giving the point to the Harvest Lions. 25-8. The game is over. They played well. And the Lions destroyed the Wildcats.
2 straight sets. The Wildcats fall to the Harvest Christian Academy Lady Lions. 25-5, 25-8. Hey, they got 3 more points in the second set. Not a single timeout taken by Coach Floyd tonight.
I didn't even think she needed it. Those girls played so well. They read each other's minds and knew exactly what they were doing. And I'm so proud of them.
So, John, your player of the match, who is it?
My player of the match would have to be Sydney Dobie.
And I can't argue with you there. She got 5 blocks, 5 aces. Intense tonight. Not at all what we saw last Tuesday. It looked like that road trip did them good.
Exactly.
And we'll be back in a couple of days. Are we back Tuesday? I think we're back Tuesday, John.
Oh, I hope so.
We'll be back next week with more IHSA TV coverage of Harvest Girls Volleyball from the Mitchell Swaback Athletic Center. The Lady Lions take 2 straight sets from Luther North. For John Mickle, our producer, Steven, I'm Joe Pitton. We'll see you later. God bless.
Hasta la vista.